Mother Hustlers!
Thanks for joining us today.
We're so excited. We're going to be playing Agree to Disagree on personal stuff.
Yes, we do not know the questions. We had our team come up with the questions, so we hope that they're good, and we might be spilling a lot of tea here today. We're going to find out, but this is the channel for it. So
right.
It's totally fine. It's okay. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so how we're going to do this real quick is we each have a sticky note. And this side, the blue side is agree and disagree. And we'll see if you and I agree or disagree.
I know.
Depends,
I don't know what the
depends on what
are.
it is. Yeah, I don't know.
We're about to find out.
Let's get started.
I feel like I have a handle on my life.
Oh my gosh. Let's just start out with the hard one.
Let's start out with the hard one. I feel like I have a handle in my life. I'm going to be over here too.
You disagree? You don't think you have a handle on your life?
It depends on the day, to be honest. Like some days I'm like, I got this. Things seem good and easy. And then the next day hits and I'm like totally out of control and I don't feel like I have a handle at all.
Oh.
So I would be neutral. I would be in the middle of like, yeah, they said we couldn't put in the middle. Our team said we weren't allowed to.
How many can we
neutral.
put in the middle? So I feel the same. I feel like I'm really hard on myself. And when I go to bed at night, all I think about is like, I could have done this better today. I could have done this. Like, I just feel like I don't have a handle on things exactly how I would want them to be. And I'm a work in progress.
I think we all are.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I wish I had more fun in my life.
I agree. I feel like you would disagree. I feel like sometimes like I'm working or I'm constantly like, oh my gosh, which kid needs this and what's going on? And I'm constantly like, but I forget to stop and just have fun. Like just enjoy life more. So I do wish that I take a few moments here and there, but I wish that I had
Crystal
more fun in my
is a really
life.
hard worker. You really are. You really are. There's so much about her work ethic that I wish I had. I feel like I'm on the other side of it where like I just do things for fun. Like the other day, I just totally took off. I had a full plan of stuff of what needed to happen, a brand deal that needed to happen. I had stuff, but you know what? I just took the day off and I cleared Jared's schedule. And then we just had a date day with him and I. The entire day,
I love that.
we just spent time together. So
that's amazing.
I feel like I'm good at goofing around.
See, and I wish I was more like that. Like I wish we could like mix the two.
If we could mix that, then yeah, we both would probably
we'd have a fun life and a productive life.
My mental health is in a good state.
Oh my gosh, these questions.
I agree. I feel like I'm in a really good mental health space right now, and that makes me sad that you
I know.
disagree.
I'll explain it.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place right now.
I feel like you're in a really good place. Like you really are.
I
I'm
feel
really
like
glad.
I've been really happy and
yeah, really good.
Okay, why are you disagreeing?
Okay, so I should have seen the signs. This is going to be some tea here that I would never share in Crazy Middles ever. Okay, my first sign should have been, and I didn't notice it. I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't take it as a sign of depression. I could be like with all my kids, my husband. I mean, we're just constantly have a house full, and I felt so lonely. So lonely. And so that was my first time. So I don't want to cry. So I decided, I need to see a professional and just kind of see, do a check on my mental health and where it is. And so they had me do all these tests and different things and to find out that I was like really depressed. But I don't feel that way. Like in my life, I just kind of, you accept things and you're happy and you feel like everything's good. But I did come back like with my scores really on the depressed side. And so, and I knew this, I've known this all my life, but I came back as like severe ADD. And
we've known that.
She's known that. Everybody who's around me knows that I'm just,
I came over to paint her house one time and I was like painting a wall and I look over and she painted this wall, she painted that wall, she painted a little bit of every single
wall. No one
wall
will paint with
in
me.
the entire house. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we
just think like, oh, that wall needs it. Oh, that wall needs it. That wall needs it. Yeah, so they wanted to medicate me for the depression and the ADD. Didn't know how I felt about that. I'm so in our family, we're like really sensitive to drugs or any kind of
my gosh,
pain
any
medication, anything. Like if I even take Vicodin, I just hallucinate all day. It's bad. So I don't want to do that. I actually had an appointment yesterday, so they'd given me ADD med, and I took that, and it did nothing for me. Zero. My husband's like, I think it's worse. And so I had an appointment yesterday, and when we got to the doctor's office, I sat in the car and I told Jared, listen, for 45 years I've been ADD, and I'm, I feel like I'm fine, and I feel like I just need to exercise more and do better like in my health, and I feel like I'm not going to medicate myself. So I've chosen not to. I don't feel depressed, guys. Everything's fine. Yeah, I am going to be working on myself coming up. So
I think it's amazing, and it's always important to check on your mental health and see where you're at.
I had no idea.
And even if you don't feel it, it could be going on and you're just not noticing it or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So definitely check in. Wait, real quick, tell them about the breathing, and then they checked your blood pressure or something like that.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay, so I'm so sorry this is long. I have always had really good blood pressure, always. And the morning that I went in to get all these tests, that's probably made it worse too. I had a really bad morning, and I was crying all the way to the doctor's office. Just a bad day. And when I got there, my blood pressure was like so high, and I'm like, I've never, even all throughout my pregnancies, everything, it's always been really good. And so they had me stop, and they're like, I want you to just think about really good thoughts. And they put me in like a really good place of like relaxation, positive thoughts. He did it again. My blood pressure was perfect. I had no idea that blood pressure is like dependent, some of it is connected to how you are feeling.
That's crazy.
I had no idea.
When she called and told me, I'm like, wait, what? So if you just think even stressful things are about your day and like how stressed you are, that can change your blood pressure.
That can change it. And so it definitely put me on more of a positive thinking in my life, for sure. I have little notes and stuff all over my mirror that like remind me, and little things on my phone that pop up that say, really good, healthy thoughts. So that's where I am, because I am a stressor. I've always been a stressor.
You've always been a stressor.
I stress out over everything. So
yeah.
I love doing social media.
Ooh.
I really want to know your answer.
I feel like I'm on this side. You want to be on this side too?
I love it.
Wait, yours doesn't want to stick. Oh, there we go. Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay, we agree on something.
Yay! We agree. I love social media. I think it's so much fun to just, interact with all of you and be a part of all of this. And I feel so blessed and so thankful for it.
Yeah, very thankful. I have, since I started this like 8 years ago, I just have always had a passion. And I am the kind that I am driven in my life by my passion. And so like we've started so many companies together.
We have done a lot of companies together.
And I feel bad. I was just talking about this on a video that's coming up on Kylie's channel about how we had this very successful makeup company. Dermatologists are the only ones that sold it.
Right.
We did TV spots for it all the time. We had a store in the mall. Like we were just doing amazing with this makeup company. I literally woke up and gone. My passion for it just left like overnight. I don't know why. And so I had to end the whole thing. And so, so I'm so glad that social media has been one that I've been able to stick with and that I feel passionate about. And I love making content.
I agree.
I constantly compare myself to others.
This is a hard one. I constantly compare myself to myself. Does that count as others?
No, it's others.
Okay, then I would say I disagree also.
I feel like, okay, for Crystal,
It's hard.
you can disagree with me,
Okay.
but I feel like in this department you have come so far.
I have
Yes.
come really far with it. I think I wouldn't say like a jealousy thing or anything like that, but I would be like, oh, they're really good at this. Like I want to be really good at that. And then I would like obsess over things.
Crystal's
and I would
very
like
competitive.
I am very competitive. And so with stuff I would be like, okay, now I want to do that and I want to be better. And I constantly like, but I feel like I'm more hard on myself and I like disappoint myself all the time. But I'm trying
I think
not
that's
to
most
do
people,
that.
but yeah.
I'm trying not to.
That's true. I feel like on my side of it, I don't know. I don't compare myself to others. I feel like I did when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I don't compare myself to others, and I don't let. I don't know. I just don't let anything get to me like that. I don't know.
That's
I'm
good.
my own person.
That's good.
And I just don't.
I
do
love
that.
that.
So,
I care what other people think of me.
That kind of goes along with the last
I was like,
one.
that's kind of like the last one. So I'm going to switch on this one.
Oh, what?
I agree.
Okay.
It's something I'm working on, though. To be honest with you, like, I am a people pleaser. I think I have been since I was little. Like, as far as I can remember I could remember being 6 years old and like wanting to be a people pleaser and wanting people around me to be happy and everything to be good and people to like what whatever I'm doing. Or I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten older, it's affected me a little differently. And it got to a point where it affected my mental health on just trying to be, people pleaser. People pleasing is not the way to go. I don't recommend it.
Well, I would call you and be like, wow, your comments were so good yesterday. And she would say, but this person said this and this person said that. And she was letting the negative comments get to her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have 1,000 comments of people that love you. And these 2 or 3 people are like what you're focusing on.
Right. And it really made me realize, and I actually went to therapy for this. Last year, I got to a place where it just wasn't mentally healthy for me. So I went to therapy. A therapist really helped me work through those feelings and how I just need to be happy with myself and I just need to be in a good place with myself and who cares what other people think. But I think I still have a part of that people pleasing in me, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
That's really good.
Yeah.
On my side of it, I really cared about what other people thought of me growing up, like really did. And I feel like when I hit 40, everything changed. Like overnight, like it just changed. 40 for me was a year where I, before I would have to make sure if I went out in public, like my makeup was done and my hair was done. And especially being in like a small town where everybody sees you or knows you. But I, at 40, just all of a sudden did not care, did not give a crap. And so I feel like that's really helped me. I don't let negative comments affect me. I don't care about the opinions. I don't care. And I know this sounds so bad.
That's good.
I don't care. I don't care what other people think of me. It was even to like probably a bad or good, depending on how you think about this, point in my life where not only did I not care what other people thought about me, I no longer cared about what my family thought about me. I know, this is terrible. This is too much tea. To the point where I canceled Thanksgivings. I canceled, you are not invited, even as a family member, to a party of mine. I can feel whether I'm liked or not. And so why am I spending time with all of these people that I know don't like me? And so I just got tired of like the fakeness of back and forth. Like I was just done with that in my life. And so I ended everything. I no longer do the way, or do things the way that I did before. I don't care if you like me or not. Well, I like myself, and so that's all that matters.
I'm almost 40, so maybe I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna hit that?
I don't know.
Is that normal?
I didn't know.
For those of you who are over 40, tell me if that happened to you. Yeah. Where you just hit it and I just no longer cared.
And you just don't care. I don't know.
Okay, next one. That was heavy. Sorry, guys.
City life is better than country life.
You're gonna agree that city life is better?
No, I'm sorry, disagree.
I was like, I thought you would be over there.
I thought Crystal would be on the other side. For sure.
I know. I miss.
What?
Okay, here's the thing. I loved the small town life. I loved the community aspect of it. I loved the events and how everyone in the town would go to the sporting events and like all the different things there. I really, really enjoyed that. The teachers were more one-on-one. Like
we're talking about St. John's, Arizona, where we both just came from.
Yes. So I loved being in a small town, but because of things that happened there, obviously I didn't enjoy it once I figured things out. But so I would love to live in a small town again, just not St. John's small town.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's probably why you would think I wouldn't move back, because I don't want to move back to St. John's.
I enjoyed that,
but it was the ending when I didn't enjoy when I figured out who lived in town. Before that, I was enjoying it.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I love St. John's. I would live there if I could. When we first bought this house, it wasn't to move here. It was really our kids they were like, that place has a pool. And, and
Yeah.
they love City, and they love it here. So we are here because our kids want to be here. Jared and I both, that's why we kept our St. John's house, is because someday we see ourselves moving back there. I love small towns. I grew up in St. John's, and so I just feel like the people are wonderful there. I don't know. I love it.
The night is better than the day.
The night is better than the
Night is better
day.
than the day.
I'm going to disagree.
I'm
I
agreeing.
know she's going to agree.
I know. Crystal and I really struggled with this when she moved in with me for a little bit while she was waiting for her house to be done.
They're like night party house. I felt like I was in a frat house.
I know. I'll never forget one time that all of a sudden out of nowhere you burst out and you're like, I feel like I live in a frat house. Because my family and I are night owls.
They're night owls.
And
They
I
stay
know
up
this is
late.
terrible. I shouldn't say this either, but I have my little kids have a bedtime-ish, like when I, because they're little, they need to get up. But my olders, I do not give a bedtime to. Personally, we're up till like midnight. I feel like that's my favorite time with my teens because that's when they talk the most. That's when like our most closeness happens, is like after 10 o'clock.
See, and I have, with my kids, the most close would right when they get home from school. The second they walk in the door, if I'm like right there and ready, they just talk. So I love that time with them. But the mornings are when I feel like, because a lot of my kids are night owls, and so I can get up in the morning and it's quiet and it's just
Oh gosh,
me,
that's nice.
and it's like my time to like recenter and think about my day and figure things out. And it's like, I don't know, it's just like me time because not a lot of my family wake up early. So that's why I love mornings, and I could get literally 8 hours of work done in those 2 hours if I get up at 5. Than if I were to stay
Well, that's
up
the
later.
problem is I still get up at like 5.
You still get
5,
up early?
6, 7, yeah.
Oh.
By those, yeah. In
How do you
between
get
those,
sleep then?
I just walk around like a zombie.
She's a zombie, guys.
I walk around like, well, I got 4 hours of sleep last night. I know I need to give myself more sleep. I need to adult. I know it's time for me to go to
Sleep's
bed early.
important.
It is important.
It's really important.
It is, but I do love to stay up, so.
The booty is worth the squeeze.
Wait, what? Okay, who wrote these?
that?
Is this you?
What
What kind of question is that?
What? I don't understand the question.
Okay, you're fired.
Like, does the booty look good?
Okay.
Is it that kind of question?
What kind of...
I don't know if I can answer that.
Okay, is the booty worth the squeeze? Actually, I do have one story about this real quick. I think I've told this before, so if you've heard it before, sorry. I did have one time, we were in a mall with all of our kids, and this lady, this is like, oh my gosh, Crazy Middles, and she's so excited, and she runs over and she wants to take a picture of her and her daughter, and we're like, yeah, no problem. And so as we're taking the picture, she puts her arm around the back of me and she touches my butt, and she's like, oh my gosh, I just touched your butt. And I'm like, it's okay, no problem, let's take the picture, And she's like, no, now from now on, every time I see you or think of you, I'm gonna think how I touched your butt. I'm like, I guess the booty was worth the squeeze.
The booty was worth the squeeze in that one.
Anyway, I thought that was so cute. It was
Oh
funny.
my gosh. So we agree? So we agree.
We're agreeing the booty is worth the squeeze.
I don't know what I'm agreeing to, but I'm just going to say I agree.
Okay.
So we want to do a part 2 to this where we dive in more into parenting styles and
Okay, yeah, I do
parenting
like that.
agrees and disagrees and all of that. So I did write one myself.
Thank goodness.
We're done with it.
Was that the last
We love
question?
you.
Yeah, okay, thank you
Was
for that,
that the
Mindy.
last question? That was a good last question.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna do one parenting one right now, and then we will, do a part 2 coming up soon. I was raised in a parenting style that I liked.
Okay, you should have gone over that. You should have gone over the question
we
of
have-
me first. It's okay.
It's okay. I agree.
Disagree.
Okay. Who's going first?
Go ahead.
Okay. I agree because my mom was super loving with me, and she was, I don't know, she went to parenting classes and she was trying parenting techniques, and she kind of used the Love and Logic parenting style on me.
Yeah, she did.
And then she got to a point where there were so much older that were troublemakers. and going through a lot. And so she kind of just like, not gave up on parenting me, but she was just very like, hey, like stay out of trouble and we're good, Crystal, you can do what you want. And so I don't know, I liked it.
That was
I enjoyed my
was
childhood.
not my experience at all. I don't know how much I can say. I feel like I didn't like the way she parented. My mom was very strict on me. I was not a troublemaker. That is not fair because, okay, I never did drugs. I never
not
drank.
that kind of trouble.
like, I wasn't like a troublemaker like that.
She just loved to sneak out all the time.
I did love to
loved
sneak out at
party.
night.
She still loves the party. It's just in her blood.
See, it's a night owl thing. I've been doing this since I was young, but I love to sneak out to the point that I love to sneak out just to go sit in the park by myself. Who does
Why
that?
would you want to get in trouble?
At like 14,
risk
I'm
it?
just, it's St. John, so it was safe, but I was just like, you know, sitting in the park, or I would walk to Circle K and get like a bag of chips.
What are you doing? What are you doing? But
Okay,
I feel
so
like you
I
were
can
a first
understand,
child.
and I think it's that way with a lot of parents. At least it was, even in my experience, is like you're like more strict and everything has to be perfect, and you know, and then by the time you get to like your last child, and if you can imagine with 21 kids where I started, where I am now, I have so much lax. Even my older kids are like, you're not the same mom, you know. So we
I feel like you
definitely
grew up like that,
got
yeah.
a different mom. For
Yeah,
sure.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Kylie, I was really strict with her. I was like, if she got a B, her phone was gone. Like it was really strict. I'm glad she turned out so good. So, because now I'm not like that at all. Now I'm like, do you have an F? Okay, you don't? Okay, great. Here's your phone. Like it's a lot different for sure. So,
So I feel like it's just where you were born in a family on your experience.
your oldest
with
to your
that.
youngest,
Yeah.
that could be a big difference
Yeah.
for sure. But I do feel like I am definitely the black sheep in our family.
I don't agree.
That's how I feel. I do feel that. I have a hard time feeling loved. You know what I mean? I do.
She does.
That's
She
a
struggles
struggle
with
in
that.
my life for sure. So, and it's okay because I have that whole like I don't give a crap if you like me or not. But on the same time of it, you know, I growing up I did feel like that. Like I just wasn't as loved. But yeah.
She is loved. She's very loved. But we're going to dive more into this and more into all the parenting styles.
But we
coming
want
up.
to hear from you, actually. Let's
Yeah.
have, what do you want to know about our parenting styles? Like, do you have any questions for us or anything like that? Please put them in the comments and we'll give you a shout out and put that up on the screen and see if we can answer some of these really hard questions. As you can tell over here, we are much more open than we are on our other channels because it is a lot easier to spill the tea here because we know most of you are probably adults on this side.
Right.
And can handle this for sure. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us today and we will see you soon. Bye.